Hello everyone. Today we're back to Dark Anima to see if I can better my score. Still doing a fire-based team, we did change things up. So as per overview, Phoenix 75% Undead Killer, Leviathan extra 5% for 30% base wind resist and 70% water buff learned. Odin 50% Undead Killer, Tetra 70% wind resist learned, Bahamut 50% Undead Killer, and we have a Freet so we can summon him for the field. Team-wise, we have Edgar. He needs resist in both forms, at least 30, and that goes for most of the team. So we gave him Brumalcars for some extra damage in base form, and gave him the Keyblade Graveyard. And Shift, focused on his jump. So we got 180 Reaper and 750 jump. And Infernal Fire gets his resist from Leviathan. We give him Brumalcars in base form. And Eret's card. So Shift, we're focused on his LB. We got 215 Esper, 120 Evo, 130 LB damage. Dark Knight Luneth is our Provoker Dispeller, so passive draw attacks, full evasion. At least 30 wind. Dual cast with Judgment Staff. We give him the Demon Tower card, and Shift form, we're focused on his limit. So we got 300 Reaper, 240 LB damage. Terra. Base form, we give her Bomb Arms, this way that we can use her for Fire Ant and View. She does have her own card. We do have Resist and Resist. And Shift is focused on limit. .220 Esper, 300 Evo, 230 LB damage. Lauren, we give her Gusty attack if we need a backup wind resist, and we give her a bunch of LB fill stuff. So she does have max crystals per turn. She has the Coral card. And Shift form, focused on just chaining damage. And dual wielding spears. So 300 Reaper and a decent amount of attack. Zahn needs at least 105 wind resist and full evade. So aside from that, we give him a bunch of attack and killers. So we got 100 Reaper killer. And let's see how things go. Alright, so our first turn. Terra needs to wind buff. Rain is going to give us our water buff. Lauren, we're going to General's Manifesto just for the LB fill, just to make sure that those that need LBs are good to go. Edgar is just going to use his cooldown and fill his LB now. Luneth and Zahn don't have anything to do turn 1. Alright, turn 2. The only thing that we gotta do is unlock our triple. So we gotta do Beast Breaker. And I think it's Crimson Knight. Let's double check on that. Yeah, Crimson Knight Blade. That should give us our triple cast. Everybody else is just going to guard. Alright, there's our Imperil. So I'm going to dispel that. So going to dual cast. Just going to do it with a Cure and a Dispel. Redo our resist buffs. Water buff. And wind buff. For now, everybody else can guard. Alright, so we're going to try to get our chain this turn. So we're going to shift Lauren now so that we're ready when we need to do her stuff. But triple SR chain, Zahn's going to chain with. And our front two. Alright, so we're going to hope to hit the 100 chain now. Alright, so chaining is done. Everybody else guard. So he should imperil us again. Alright, so we're dispelling that. Dual cast, Cura, and dispel again. So rain gives us a water buff. Terra wind buff. And everybody else just gonna guard this turn. Alright, turn 6, nobody has anything to do. This would be our last chance for 100 chain if I didn't get it earlier. So we're just going to guard everybody. Alright, turn 7, imperiled again, so we're going to dispel that. Dual cast Cura and dispel. Alright, water buff with rain. Terra's going to wind buff for us. And now, Lauren, we're going to do Supernova for 300% attack buff. And Zahn is going to steal that. Edgar doesn't do anything on turn 7. Alright, turn 8. Terra is going to bomb arms. That's going to be our fire and imbue. Edgar is now going to shift. Do his shifted LB. Rain, we're going to shift and do his LB buff, which is the Swords Dance. Lauren's going to use her shifted limit this turn. With Zahn, we're going to Elemental Mirror on Terra to steal the imbue. Lunith has nothing to do this turn, so he's just going to guard. Alright. So before we take care of that, Edgar is going to jump, because we don't want to dispel him. Zahn is going to hide for a turn. That's stealth, because we don't want to dispel him. Now we're going to take care of the Imperil and everybody else. Alright, Rain has to redo our water buff. Lauren's going to shift back this turn. And because we're going to summon a Freet, we're not going to do Terra's LB because we can only have one field effect. So that leaves us free to use Terra again for wind buff. If not, that's why we had Gusty on Lauren. So because Lauren's not doing our buff, she's just going to guard. Okay, so turn 10. We're going to shift Terra, get her limit ready. So Trance, Power Release, Barrier just to waste the last cast there. So this turn, we're also going to summon a Freet to boost fire damage. So we'll summon him first. Alright, Terra, do your thing. Alright, Lunith. We need double cast. Because we need to Forbidden Dark Blade to remove the buffs. And then we need to Spirit's Bane to get our 200% killer. And Lauren, we need to Blade of Devotion for modifiers, Shield Crusher for breaks, and just waste that final cast. Now Zahn, we're going to critical Lunith for the killer, we're going to critical Terra for the magic buff, and then we're going to spread everything, because he already has attack buff of 300 and fire imbue. So we're getting our magic and killer as well. There. Don't care about the Imperil because we're killing it now. Alright, so Terra's going to limit, Edgar's going to drop, Rain's going to limit, we're going to shift Lunith and do his limit. Lauren's going to shift again, and we're going to triple Twin Blade And we're going to have Zahn chain with her. Alright, let's see what kind of numbers we can hit here. $1.42. Still a bit to go. We did get a better score, but we're still not nearly close to capping it. I don't think I'm going to be able to, because there's a few units I don't have. But we'll see. I'll think about it a little bit more. But we're going to end the video there. Hope everybody enjoyed.